Where's your cell phone right now? Chances are it's somewhere close to you.
But even if it's right in your hand, scammers can still take control of it and drain your bank accounts.
It's a cybercrime called SIM swapping, and it's costing people across the country tens of millions of dollars.
Reporter Kristen Crowley shows us how it works and what you can do to protect yourself.
For most of us, our cell phones are our lifelines. They hold access to everything from our contacts, to our passwords, to our bank accounts. And in an instant, it can all be taken from you.
And it was probably one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever gone through.
Daisy Jing.
I went, I'm being hacked. There's wire transfers. They're fraudulent.
And Heidi Diamond are separated by more than 2,000 miles, but they're connected by one scam.
Had you ever heard of SIM swapping before it happened to
I'd
you?
never heard of this before.
The FBI says many people haven't, and that's why when the crime starts, most have no idea what's happening until it's too late.
What was your first clue that something was wrong?
I realized, oh wow, like my phone doesn't work at all.
At that point, she hopped on her laptop to contact her cell phone company, and that's when she realized she was being hacked.
They changed the account name, the email address, and the phone number on file to my Capital One account.
All because scammers took control of her phone. Here's how the FBI says SIM swapping works. It begins with identity theft. Scammers steal your information and convince your cell phone company they're you. They say their phone was lost or stolen and they need a new phone with a new SIM card activated with your phone number. Once that happens, all the information on your phone moves to the one in the scammer's hands, leaving your phone useless. An FBI agent we spoke with warned of the all-access nature of the scam and asked we not name him to protect his identity as an investigator.
If that person has control of your phone number, then they also have the ability to access all those accounts that your phone number is tied to.
And I didn't realize they were gonna start going after like the financial accounts. That's when it was really scary.
It was such a panic that, something was so out of your control.
The scammers gain that access because SIM swapping bypasses one of the top protections experts suggest you use, two-factor authentication. If your bank texts or emails you a code, that now goes directly to the scammer, allowing them to reset all your passwords, access your accounts, and start to bleed them dry. That's exactly what happened to Heidi and Daisy. Someone posed as them and got each of their numbers assigned to a new phone.
How much money was taken from you?
Over $200,000.
Just a few years ago, this scam was relatively uncommon. The FBI says that's not the case anymore.
So the victims are growing.
Growing exponentially.
When it first started tracking this cybercrime from 2018 to 2020, the FBI says there were 320 SIM swap complaints for about $12 million in losses. But by 2021, there were 1,600 SIM swap complaints, and in 2022, more than 2,000, costing victims a combined $141 million. The spike is attributed to targeting cryptocurrency, but anyone can become a victim.
What happens to these victims afterwards? Can they ever recover what's lost?
Sometimes, if it's caught fast enough, it can be pulled back, but typically it relies on legal process like seizure warrants generated by us to try to go claw back some of those funds and try to return them to the victims.
But oftentimes you may lose everything.
Yeah, you may lose everything.
So how can you protect yourself? Here's what the FBI says to do. The first step, don't overshare on social media. Information like the city you live in, where you work, who your family members are, can be used to steal your identity. Sharing details that you have cryptocurrency also makes you a target. Next, set up extra layers of security with your bank and other accounts. You can tell the institution you want to require a code word for certain transactions. You can also give two-factor authentication with a physical security key, essentially a flash drive, instead of using your phone number or email. Daisy was lucky. PayPal stopped the transfers before they went through, and Heidi's bank eventually reimbursed her money. But she says she wants more than just her money back.
I want my day in court. I want these people found. I want them convicted. I want them put in jail.
They also want their story to serve as a lesson to others. Be vigilant now, so you won't regret it later.
If your cell phone suddenly can't make calls anymore, you may be the victim of SIM swapping. The FBI says the first thing you should do is contact your cell phone company and banks to alert them of the possible fraud. You should also file a complaint. You can do that by phone with 1-800-CALL-FBI or report it online at www.ic3.gov.
In October 2023, the FBI put out a warning about a similar scam called the Phantom Hacker.
It happens basically in 3 steps. There's going to be pop-ups or a text or an email from somebody purporting to be tech support for your device, indicating that it's important they talk with you regarding protecting your device and your accounts.
According to the FBI, the scammers then tell you to contact them. They say they need remote access to your computer in order to run a scan for malware. Afterwards, they claim your computer and accounts have all been hacked.
They're going to advise you that you'll be contacted by somebody from the fraud department of your financial institution or from your investment brokerages, and that person will tell you we need to move your money to a, quote, safe account in order to protect it from the hackers.
Once scammers have remote access to your device, they have full control of it. The Bureau warns you should never download software at the request of someone who just contacted you.